can't find my way back to you till you make amends with the demons you've been through. And I can't regret leaving you alone until you find your way back home.
Hey guys, I did the video earlier in the day and the beginning and the end got cut off, so I don't know what was going on, but basically, I wanted to show you this car and kind of just some thoughts on daily driving it, and just a few things, comparing it to the E92 M3 that I had. Like I said, I know it's, you have a sedan here, a four-door, and that was a coupe. That was a V8, high revving V8, and this is that twin turbo 6. But both of these cars are supposed to be great all around daily drivers, and I do agree with that. I do enjoy both of them. There are some differences though. Like I said, I'm gonna have the part of the video going where I'm actually driving, but two very similar cars in that they're daily drivable and throw some winter tires on. I had no issues with the E92 M3. I've had no issues with this, and fuel economy, stuff like that's a little bit better in this because it's a newer car. It's got the twin turbo, and as you'll see, I'll talk about it a little bit, but the E92, something special about that. I just loved that high revving V8, getting the RPMs up really high. It was so much fun. Even though they say, no low-end torque, I thought it was a blast. And, I still kind of miss that car. But yeah, like I said, I've put, I think, 18,000 miles in just over a year on this car. The E92 I didn't have it very long, maybe 10 months. But I got it with like 9,700 miles, and I ended up trading it in with, I think, around 25 on it. So, I definitely drove that enough to get a good feel for it. So, enjoy. I'll roll the video and kind of sum up some of the things you have. And like I said, if there's any questions, feel free to comment, ask and let me know what you think. I hope you enjoy it. It's not up to quality on that. My buddy has an M6, I think a 2014. And it's just a whole different level, but that car costs, got 50, 60 grand more than this new. Like the dash, it just says it's like stitched leather. It's just a little rough. The Alcantara I do like. I did get the Alcantara shift kit and, shift knob and steering wheel, which I think is cool. I mainly got it though because we're in Michigan, so we have, really cold winters, and they don't offer a heated wheel. So the look of it, I think, was just, just a bonus. But yeah, mainly I got it because of that. Previous cars had the heated steering wheel. But yeah, carbon fiber, it's a nice touch. Again, on the M cars that I've seen, the carbon fiber just looks a little bit better to me. I do like the two-tone seats. You probably can't see it. Maybe you can see the passenger a little bit, but it's black with saffron, with the Alcantara suede insert. So they're very comfortable. These are the Recaros. I know it's like a $2,300 option. Most reviews that I've seen recommend getting them. I test drove one without it, and I just preferred these. So I ended up going with that. It's comfort factor on both cars. I think that one rode a little stiffer. This one's supposed to have the magnetic shocks. I don't really feel too big of a difference when you're in comfort, to racetrack. The biggest difference I know is, I guess, over hard bumps, it softens it a bit, and just the exhaust note where the valves are closed. I believe in sport and track on this, the exhaust valves pretty much stay open first through fourth gear unless you're cruising. Like right now, they're pretty much shut. When you're in comfort mode, upon startup, you know, everything shuts, so it's a little quieter. The M, again, just the exhaust note was a lot different. That one did not have a valved exhaust, so it's kind of hard to compare those. I don't remember if the new M-Class 3.4s have the Valvetronic type exhaust where you can quiet it. But what I do like in this is there's no drone, so on highways, you know, it's very comfortable. I did have the other video has the Meister shaft and my E92 M3, and the drone on highways was pretty loud. That was one of the reasons I ended up getting rid of that exhaust, actually. Another was the look of it. I wasn't a big fan of the vertical bars in the middle of each pipe. But sorry, back to this comparison here. You know, daily driving both of these cars, I mean, I put a lot of miles on it. I've had this car for 1 year, and I'm just over 18,000 miles on it. And winter, I threw on some Bridgestone Blizzaks, and absolutely, you know, I had no real issues with it. I guess the only thing is my driveway is kind of steep, so if you had ice or anything mixed with the slick blacktop, you know, sometimes you'd have to kind of be careful when you're turning off because it's a main road. But, you know, I did not get stuck once, so, you know, they definitely make the car able to handle it if you have the winter tires on it. There is like a snow ice mode on here, but I think that's just more for, you know, traction control. And like I said, sometimes they would even turn that off just so you had the power to kind of get through things where you didn't want the engine power kind of cutting off on you. But no, I mean, overall, very comfortable car. I did get the 4-door, you know, with my daughter, just a little more practical, and I'd actually prefer the 4-door look of this to the M3, where I was, it sounds stupid, but I was cross-shopping an M4, which I liked the 2-door better of the M4 over the M3. And the big difference was just the price. The sticker on both cars was about the same, optioned out the way I wanted. And, you know, BMW, I think it was about $200 to $225 a month more for the same sticker price car, so I ended up getting this one instead. And again, you know, I still have something about the M's that I love and I miss. I think a lot of it, like the transmission. This car has the 8-speed auto that I believe they say the Corvette uses the same one. And, you know, the dual clutch to me is just so much better. So. Here, I'll cut this and cut back. There we go. It's one of these auto ones. So, no, but back to it, like the dual clutch transmission, I believe is what I was talking about. And the shifts are, sorry, just lining up here. But, sorry, the dual clutch, the shifts are just so much quicker, crisp, and not delayed. I've bounced off the rev limiter a few times in this car. You know, you probably have to shift 500 RPM before you really want to, which is kind of annoying. And you know, they say that this is just as quick as like the DCT or the PDK, but I don't, you know, I don't think so. Now, maybe in their auto mode, they're claiming the problem is like getting on a freeway, you know, you always seem to be in just a gear or two bigger than you want. I'm gonna, probably can't hear this, so I'm gonna stop this now. So sorry, they got a little loud, so I ended up cutting out. But yeah, upshifts, downshifts, like I said, just not as crisp as a DCT. You know, if you keep it in auto, they claim it's just as quick, but you always seem to be in the wrong gear. It just never seems to be where you want it if I'm going to get on a freeway, so I will put it down. You know, I do like when you hit it over, it will hold the gear till red line. Like I said, I've bumped it off a few times before I was used to it, because when I would click, I mean, it just wouldn't shift in time, like about 500 RPM maybe. You know, so it would kind of bang off which is kind of annoying. But again, you know, I know this sounds like I'm kind of putting it down, but it's not. They're both great cars. You know, I've enjoyed this a lot, and for the money, I guess I would say it's a really good deal. You know, I don't know what else to really say about it, but you know, it is recommended if you're going to drive this. You know, you need to get winter tires if the temperatures get cool. You know, I hear too many people saying, you know, oh, I tried to drive a car like, you know, not just this car, any high horsepower car, you know, and it's just terrible in the winter. And I always tell them, you know, try winter tires. Before I ever had them, I was kind of the same way, kind of skeptical. I was like, oh, you know, how big of a difference can it make? But it really is night and day. And yeah, you know, I mean, we've taken some trips in this car. My wife can't stand it. She doesn't like any fast cars. So, you know, when she's in it, any type of acceleration, she's upset. So it just kind of takes the fun out of it. And I'm back. The video should have just ended. And I just wanted to thank you guys for watching. Like I said, comments, questions below. You know, feel free. I enjoy making these. Hopefully we can make a few more. I don't know. I'll see you next time.
Till you find your way back home.